Hello and welcome to episode 12 of our F1 Manager McLaren series as we head into the Hungarian Grand Prix in 11 days as we have at the moment, off the back of Silverstone, where we continue our points run with Lando. So we had a feeling that it might be coming to an end as we've stopped developing this car and we move to the 2024 car and heavily on research, but Lando is still keeping a great job of continuing to score points for the team. So we look pretty guaranteed to hit our season objective of 7th or above. And as I say, probably in the next few races, we will start to see us fall down that pecking order. The Alpines certainly I expect to have the pace on us going forward. But while it lasts, we are enjoying being in the points with Lando. And as I always say, if you are new to the series or you're back and enjoying the series, please do subscribe to the channel, do like the video and get involved with the comments as it really helps the channel out. But with that said, let's plow on with episode 12. So first up, we have a sporting regulation change, which is they are proposing to increase the number of parts that we can use throughout a season. So that relates to engines, ERS and gearboxes. The current rules determine we have a limit of 4 gearboxes, 2 ERS and 3 engines, and going beyond that, it will be a financial penalty to pay for an additional part in the game, but also there would be a grid penalty. So these rules are setting out to increase each of those by 1. So a gearbox up to 5 per season, ERS up to 3 and engines up to 4. So it would be mad to vote against this one. Any teams voting against it would be pretty mad, to be honest with you. So we are going to vote in favour for this change and hopefully see that one pass and come to fruition for 2024. Next, we started a research project on a new front wing. So this is one of the parts that's going to be heavily affected by next year's regulation changes, and specifically on the low speed with a 30% reduction, 20% on medium and 10% on high speed. So as you can see from our configuration for this research, that's why we're heavily focusing on improving the low speed. We went with one engineer for this project to get the most sort of expertise from it, and that is going to take us 45 days at a cost of 1.6 million. Staying on the research trend, a couple of days later, we then had a side pods research project completed. So that then allowed us another space to start another research project. And again, the underfloor is another part that's going to be affected by those regulation changes. So again, we're heavily focusing on the low speed for this one, then the medium, then the high speed to try and gain back the loss of next year. And we repeated the same process with going for one engineer on this project, going to take 43 days for this one at a cost of 1.45 million. So with that one underway, this is how we look in terms of design and research. As I've said in previous episodes, we are only running one design project at a time. That will be the suspension completing in 5 days. We're not going to manufacture that before the Hungarian Grand Prix, so we'll probably review that after and start a new design. And then we've got our 3 research projects underway: rear wing in 14 days, front wing in 40 and underfloor in 43 days. So we've got plenty of research going on. This is sort of the second run now we're on in terms of research. So we're just going to keep plowing forward and really hope we can build a great car for 2024. We then had a news item which was in reference to the regulation vote results for the sporting changes to increase the number of parts in terms of engine, ERS and gearbox. And no surprise that this one was voted for, but only just 6-4, which I don't think is too reflective of real life. But either way, that one has passed and we can use more engines, ERS and gearbox next year. Now, before heading into the Hungarian Grand Prix, I wanted to have a little bit of review of both drivers. And this is how they stack up then. Lando Norris against Oscar Piastri, teammate head to head. And it's not good reading for Oscar Piastri at all. Lando has beat him in every race, so he's leading that 11-0. In qualifying, it's 10 in favour of Lando, 1 to Oscar Piastri. And yes, he did go quicker than Lando, but that was due to Lando's mistake rather than pure pace from Oscar. No points from Oscar. Lando's got all 33 of our points so far. Neither of them have got a podium. Best race finish for Lando is 6th. 12th for Oscar, and that's his best grid position, 12th as well, where Lando has qualified in 7th. So As I say, really not good reading for Oscar in the first half of the season. We will see how he goes in the second half, and we'll be looking for improvement. But if that doesn't come, I think we are going to have to look for a different driver in 2024. Oscar's contract is up, so we're not renewing that at this stage, and we're going to have to manage the situation and just see how he develops. But at this stage, it's not looking likely that he'll remain in the car, but we'll see how we go. And with that, we were ready to jump in to the Hungarian Grand Prix and start practice. And let's get Norris out just behind him. What's happened?
There's been a crash.
Georgie boy.
Here's the replay.
Who comes from just up the road from me in Kings Lynn.
And there's contact.
Got a spinneroonie and a little love tap with the barrier there. But yeah, setup satisfaction, 93% for Lando, 92% for Oscar. And then we got car parts knowledge, 100% on both. 92% track acclimatization for Oscar, 83% for Lando, so a little bit down on that. That means that the driver prep going into the weekend will be 92% for Lando, 93% for Oscar. As we get confirmation of that, then, as we said, Lando, 92% driver prep, 93% Oscar. Not our best, to be honest with you. It was a little bit of a struggle to get those setups. Anything over 90 we're pretty happy with, but yeah, would like to send that about 95-96%. And we are on set compounds for this weekend, so we're jumping into Q1 on the hard tyres. That's Norris is about to start his flying lap. We're on board with Oscar there. I think we'll stay on board with Oscar because Lando looks relatively safe. So obviously these tyres are now a scrub set. Let's see what we can do. See these first sector times come in. And Lando's not going quicker. Oscar has gone quicker though, so that's good. Wonder if Oscar was held up in that first run potentially. Half a second down on Lando. It's pretty good for traffic as well. We are approaching a Mercedes, it looks like, perhaps. Already got 3 who have finished as a Haas, with 3 that have finished behind us. So Oscar's looking pretty decent anyway. He has gone green. Lando's gone green in middle sector. But Lando's about to come across the line. He has gone slightly faster himself, so Lando is definitely through to Q2. Oscar looking pretty decent for Q2 as well. Comes across the line now. He does improve as well. Doesn't go up, but he does improve. Still about 4 tenths off Lando, but that is both of them comfortably through to Q2. Go on board with Oscar. Got to make this one count. Oscar has never made it to Q3 this season. Lando's been there quite a few times. Looking pretty good at the moment for Lando to make it again, but there are cars behind him that can go a lot quicker. Stroll, Alonso, Sainz, 3 for a start, and then the 2 Alpine. So Lando's still at risk as well. He hasn't gone fast to that first sector. Oscar has, but it looks like he's got traffic here. Hope this Williams gets out of the way. Gets out of the way nicely, so that's good. Good work there. So Lando looking like he may not improve here.
Checkered flag.
Alonso is checkered flag though, so he's not going quicker. So that gives us a bit of confidence that Lando will be able to make it through. Gasly and Alonso are not going to set faster times. Again, Lando's found pace in that middle sector. Oscar green again in this middle sector. We'd expect him to be really because he's so much off the pace. But let's see what Oscar can do now. Lando looks like he's going to be through. Oscar coming across the line now. Oh, does go quicker, up to 11th. And only a 10th or so, just a 10th and a bit behind Alonso there. And we've still got Max and De Vries to run, but it's looking like Lando will be into Q3, and he certainly is. And a good little effort from Oscar. That is, in fact, his best qualifying of the year. Was 12th previous to this, so one better, 11th, nearly making his way into Q3 for the first time. So pretty good result there for Oscar. Let's hope he can keep it together in the race without any mistakes. See if we can get some more green sectors here then. So, is that Stroll or Alonso? That was Stroll. So it looks like Stroll is done. So we've only got a 10th to Stroll. Get on board Orlando then as we go round the Hungaroring. Hopefully some green sectors. Been a little bit slower in the first sector, but that has always been on a scrub set where he's on a fresh set here. Same result though. Not finding pace in that first sector, is he? Can he repeat what he's done in Q2 and Q3? That looked a little bit scruffy through there though. May not be going better here. Ocon's not gone any faster, so we're secure 9th at least. Yeah, and not going faster, unfortunately. Very scrappy in that middle sector. So unfortunately, it does look like we are going to come away with 9th on the grid for this one. Going across the line now, not expecting a faster time here. No, in fact, it was very slow. So, costly errors there in the final run, but still in the top 10, coming away with 9th. So Max Verstappen will start on pole. Charles Leclerc finishes 2nd, but does have a grid penalty. Not sure if that's a 5th place or 10 or anything in between, so we'll have a look at that. Carlos Sainz 3rd, Perez 4th, the two Mercedes 5th and 6th. Alonso and Stroll in the two Aston Martins, then Lando in 9th. Ocon in 10th, and Piastri will start his best of the year in 11th. So driver confidence for Lando is very high for Oscar, so they're in a good place coming into this one. But both, again, we're setting up on a 2-stop, which is going to be a soft, hard, soft. And Oscar is starting, in fact, in the top 10 because of that penalty to Charles Leclerc, so it must have been more than a 5th place. So he jumps up 1 to 10th, and Lando's starting to 8th as we jump in to the Hungarian Grand Prix.
Is it the Hungarian Grand Prix?
Here we go then. 5 lights.
And it's lights out
And
away we
underway.
go.
So Charles Leclerc did take a 10th place penalty. He is down to 12th, so we've got him behind us, which can be faster. Ocon's jumped. Norris there. We do have the inside for this corner though. Can we hang him out there and keep hold of this? We can for the moment. And he's going to take this inside down the hill. He is on a hard tyre. So we really don't want to be getting bogged down behind him. So we're running 9th and 10th, both cars in the points to start this Grand Prix. As Piastri is trying to fight Lando here. Piastri getting very punchy. We don't want them to take each other out, but I can't tell them not to fight because it's just going to slow Piastri up, so I'm happy for this to happen for a moment. Piastri, very bold. It looks like he's going to settle back with Norris ahead of him. Doesn't want to give this up though, Piastri. And he's got him. Piastri fighting Lando, and he makes the move. That's Piastri now 9th, Norris 10th. Oh, we've got a virtual safety car. And let's just bring everything down. This is quite good for our strategy here.
Not entirely sure what happened.
Logan Sargent.
Like it was Logan Sargent. Now this is Logan Sargent.
Oh, just completely lost it. Big impact into the barrier.
That's the moment of impact.
So Sargent is out of the Grand Prix, and to recover the car, there is going to be a virtual safety car. This might make it easier for us as Lando looks like he's going to get the move done. Oscar doesn't want to give it up though. Fair play to Oscar. He's battling hard so far. Looks like Lando's going to have the inside though. Oh, there we go. There's no point fighting Charles Leclerc too hard as Leclerc has got Piastri. As I say, we're expecting this to happen. Charles did qualify second. He's got good pace in the car, but took a 10-place grid penalty. And as we see ahead of him, Lando very much attacking Esteban. Not held on to that though, although we're still fighting hard, but we'll have inside line, although Ocon will soon have inside line on the next corner here. And Charles Leclerc is going to be loving this, us fighting and just holding him up. Magnussen's also got Gasly somewhere in there, whereas is Norris going to make this move stick? We can get ahead here, we should be good. Remember, Ocon is on those hard tyres. So Lando finally gets that done. As Charles gets us, but that was to be expected again. Charles coming through the pack.
Can they squeeze by?
I mean, the Haas is looking pretty pacey, to be fair. I think it's probably just because there's probably maybe been a lot of battling ahead of him.
We can see what happened. Now here we are at the final corner. The gap opens up for them.
Good work there from Oscar. Needed to get that done pretty quickly with Ocon on the hards.
Oscar Piastri climbs higher.
It'd be nice if Ocon could hold the pack up behind him, but I feel Magnussen's going to be coming at him with that DRS.
Key thing is to keep the tyre in good shape. Keep the tyre in good shape. Okay.
I'm not sure it's going to work. I just don't think Piastri's got the pace. I think we could have used Lando there to get a bit of a gap. Instead, Lando's going to come under a bit of threat from these guys behind. What about you, Paxman? Are you excited for it? Nice to have it back after a week off. So this is our race very much between Norris and Piastri are going to be battling this race with Magnussen, Ocon, Gasly and Albon. And pretty tight as Magnussen's really pushing down those tyres at the final part of his stint. Magnussen is now past both Piastri and Norris, up into 9th.
It doesn't matter, doesn't matter.
So we'll keep the fuel for once we're out of the pits. The Piastri is going to be pitting this lap.
A little bit more like confirm.
Oh, pit lane. Okay, understood. So box now.
Yeah, cool. What are you expecting from it? Who's your top 3 in Australia down under? As Oscar is pitting now, let's see. 2.9, at least we didn't get an error in there. We are struggling with the pit crew at the moment, very much fatigued, so I'm expecting to probably see some errors, which isn't great. Piastri 2.4 seconds behind Joe. Here we go then, Lando pitting. Good start for Lando, 2.5, we like that. We like that very much. It's going to be close between Piastri and Norris.
We can take a look now. Now there's the car of Piastri. They decide to give it a go. And up they go
Oh,
to 70.
Piastri just coming back through the pack after that pit stop. Now is straight behind Lando.
Let's take a
The
closer look.
replay of that.
Now this was at turn 1. It's certainly inviting.
Oh, Oscar thought about it.
And Lando says, well, thank you very much.
Oscar's been pretty punchy in this race.
So here we go, heading into turn 1. It's there for the taking.
Oh, Magnussen very hot on the heels now, isn't he?
And the McLaren there with a beautiful manoeuvre.
Start finish line, got the DRS open, so pretty easy move for K-Mag. He's showing some good pace around here.
Focus is on Lando Norris here. There's the opening.
There we go. So I can't see how this is working for
And
Ocon
Lando
now.
says,
He's definitely got to be on a one stop. That's the only way, because but even that, he's now a net pit stop behind Norris. So we shall see. I'm not
Possibly
sure.
can reduce the LICO slightly.
Got a yellow flag. Please say our drivers are okay. Yes.
there's a
Still a yellow
flag.
flag. Oh, it's Gasly. Oh, that's sloppy from Pierre. So that will probably put Gasly out of contention with us now. Little instant with Tsunoda, but Tsunoda looks okay. I don't know if Gasly's definitely got damage on the front of that. The end wing plate's missing. Hamilton's had a
What
pit
happened
stop
there,
issue.
Sorry?
So in comes Lewis Hamilton.
This is a very long one. He may be coming out somewhere near us.
And there we see
Just a
the
jack
problem.
issue. Not too long. I don't think we'll be in amongst that. No. Should have a pretty comfortable margin on us, and he has. Come on, Oscar. Get this done now. Oh, yes. Kind of thought about it, kind of pulled out. I was going for it now. Should have it done now with the DRS.
Lovely stuff.
Lovely stuff indeed, Oscar.
You're doing a good
Now
job.
we should be able to take a look here. Look at the McLaren driver here. Can they squeeze by? The opportunity begging to
Piastri
be
is having a
taken.
good race here, though. If he can keep this going without any mistakes. K-Mag's definitely got some good pace in that Haas this weekend, though. We're just going to go for more pit stops for Oscar and see if that works out for us. We're splitting the strategy now. We'll throw him onto a fresh medium. Then we might be on a fresh soft at the end, so it might be a free stop. Probably going to have some errors here, though, because our team is fatigued. Not too bad. That's the only issue. Whilst we keep putting in pit stops, more chance of an error. I think Hulkenberg would be pretty comfortable past us. Can we get out in front of Tsunoda? That would be handy. Yep. Hulkenberg could do K-Mag a favour like K-Mag was doing for him in real life last race. Literally just blocking the whole field behind him. That's what K-Mag will be wanting of Hulkenberg right now.
Close.
Copy.
Keeping Piastri behind him. He should have this. He's got great exit there. Yes. Good work, Oscar. Now need Oscar to push. We are very much in a race with Magnussen and Ocon, I would say, here. I think Gasly is out of it now
we
with
can
his
see
instant.
what happened. Now there's the car of Piastri. The gap opens up for them.
So Alonso's locked up now.
Right then, we can take
Would
a
have been a
look
little bit
now.
closer to Lando,
Keep
but
watching Alonso with this
under
one.
pressure from
Things
Lance.
were all right here.
Oh no, it's
The brakes
Hamilton,
couldn't
sorry.
cope. They were just unable to do much about it.
Lost my mind there. Lewis in the Mercedes, sorry, putting them on pressure. Piastri closing to Ocon, but on enough. Alonso's made his pit stop. I had a pit stop issue. Is this bringing him
The
into
Aston Martin
Lando's
team
race
standing
here?
by. Oh, but something's not right. Oh dear.
That was quite slow as well. Lando is not going to be able to, but still going to be on some mediums. 26 to go, so yeah, we should be quite comfortable. Could have maybe made those softs work. Oh yeah. Good stop. Yeah, I mean, either would be great, I think.
Exit.
They're both very different, you know. See Alonso in, hopefully if Mercedes can get back up to the field to give a race-winning car, that would be great to see Alonso. And then similarly get, you know, the complete young gun straight in with Kimi in there. I'd be happy with either of those. And Piastri, so Piastri should be doing the honourable thing here and just moving out of the way, as he does. Come on, no errors, please. It's our last pit stop. Please, please, please. Not too bad. Not the quickest stop, but no major error. Magson did pit at the same time, so it looks like it's going to be difficult to get K-Mag now. Though he is on mediums, we might have a bit of an advantage. I don't think we can push all that hard on those, unfortunately.
So Oscar, we can look after this time.
Look at that.
I think we could have
Now
Fernando
the focus
here.
is on Lando Norris here.
Oh, look at this, either side.
They decide to give it
Like
a go.
Hakkinen and Schumacher back in the day, that. Although,
And they move
not on
into
a straight,
ninth.
actually doing it through a corner as Albon goes down 2 positions in the course of 1 corner. Got to push this now. Lando's got the pace, got tyre advantage. Get
Yeah,
ahead of,
confirm.
get ahead of Fernando here. I think we've got the beating of him.
Stay close.
Oh, as Lando's going to go for it straight away here. There's so much more grip on those mediums than Fernando's hards, and it's job done. We weren't expecting it so early, but we'll take it. Oh, as Fernando has
Let's take a
gone
closer
off
look.
again.
Here
He's
we are,
having
going
some
into
real
turn
issues.
9. It's there for the taking.
His age getting to the old boy finally. Fighting with us here.
And Lando says, well, thank you very much.
Don't know if we'll see it in this replay, but he sends it off on the next corner. And he's lost that place for Albon again, and that's giving us plenty of clear air. Albon's looking a bit punchy as well, though. He's on the sauce. I think we're done for there for Albon. Got 34%. We're not going to be able to fight that. Albon, that long stint in the middle is going to do for him here, unfortunately.
Now, Alex Albon is part of this. The opportunity's there.
I've got targeted on both at the moment, I believe. Certainly on Oscar I have.
Today's winner.
Charles has won, not Max this time. Max finishes second. Going to be Sainz in third. Perez going to be fourth.
Cheers. Good job.
Great job.
Russell fifth. Hamilton is going to be sixth. Stroll seventh. And Lando does come home in eighth. Alonso has jumped K-Mag in the end there. Back up to ninth. Magson 10th. Albon did get Ocon. Finishes 11th. Ocon 12th. And Oscar 13th. So as we say, Charles up 11 places. Don't forget he had that grid penalty. And wins the race. Mega drive from Charles Leclerc. Max Verstappen second. Sainz third. Perez fourth. The 2 Mercedes. Russell, Hamilton 5th and 6th. Stroll in 7th. Lando brings it home for us in 8th where we started. Fernando having a bit of a nightmare. Down 3 places to 9th. K-Mag, good drive up 3. Finished 10th. And then as we say, Oscar sort of mixing that strategy up in the middle there. So we went for a further stop, and Albon's strategy really paid off. Him up 5 places to 11th. Oscar's best finish is 12th at the moment, which we're finishing around 12th to 14th. So he is finding some consistency in there. As I say, if we can eke him out a little bit more pace, then he could have been a little bit closer to the points. But it was nice to see him battling. That's although we've had 12th before, that's sort of the highest he's been battling with a chance of points today. For drivers, Max loses a bit of ground, but still sailing away in front from Charles Leclerc, who's starting to make second place his own there. Perez and Sainz on the same amount of points. Fernando Alonso in 5th, Stroll in 6th, Russell ahead of Hamilton in 8th, Norris making 9th place his own at the moment, now got a 9-point buffer to Esteban Ocon, and Oscar yet to score a point, and K-Mag gets his first point and has his first point of the season. Red Bull lose a few points to Ferrari, a little bit closer, 90 points, but yeah, looks like it might still be Red Bulls. Aston Martin in 3rd, Mercedes 4th, Alpine hold on to 5th, but we're now within a point of those with 37. As I say, we expect Alpine to continue to outdevelop us though, so we're not expecting us to jump up into 5th, but I do expect us to hopefully finish at least 6th. Williams remain in 7th with 2 points, but Haas now only 1 point behind, and now only 2 teams remain without scoring a point, and the 2 Alphas, so to speak, the AlphaTauri and Alfa Romeo. And there we have it. That is the Hungarian Grand Prix completed, and a pretty good one again for us. Lando just continues his form in scoring points for us. Another 8th place finish and another 4 points scored. So Lando just doing a fantastic job for the team with his continuous point scoring run. And Oscar, to be honest with you, we started this episode looking at his poor performance against Lando. And yes, that continues in terms of not out-qualifying him or beating him in the race. But actually, probably his best race of the series, although it's not his best finish. But he was in amongst those cars battling for points. Unfortunately, that 3rd stop really done it for us. He couldn't do a 2-stop, just wouldn't happen because of his smoothness. But as I say, really positive race for Oscar. Showed signs of being out of battle for around about 10th place. Although, as I say, we come away from 13th. Very happy with Oscar's performance as well as Lando. So a really good one for us. The next race will be the Belgian Grand Prix. So please do subscribe to the channel if you want to keep up to date with this series. Please do like the video and get involved with the comments, and we'll be back very soon with the next episode, as well as streaming this series on a Tuesday and Friday from around about 7 PM GMT time. So please do come along and support the channel, and we shall be back very soon.